And we are live. Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to another... Ooh, wow, that is a trippy effect. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I'm out. I'm free. Welcome back to another Brotherland live stream. How are you guys doing? It's Sunday. It's the second... I thought I saw something flash. Never mind. It's the second Sunday of the year. Here we are. Trucking along, moving through it all with incredible speed. Right? Well, let's talk about what the plan is today. Ooh, coffee burps. Gross. The plan. So, last week, ooh, it's nighttime. I should go sleep in bed. Let me go sleep real quick, okay? Last week we were working on the nether tunnel. The tunnel that never ends. The tunnel from in the nether to the end. So we did that. And we were working on the stations last week. And we got it all done. We got it all cleaned up and dusted and polished and great. And now it's good and it's usable. And we're gonna go use it because it looks pretty cool, I think. So we're gonna do that. Also, we are going to pick. Oh, they're still here. I thought they had left, but they had not, and they're blowing my stuff up. Oh my goodness. We're also going to talk about. Ooh. You leave me alone. Got it. It's a war field here. We're gonna talk about some stuff, some funky, fresh stuff. There's a great video out if you haven't seen it. I'm trying to live stream, my dude, my guy. Okay. There's a great video out if you don't follow. I follow a bunch of sciencey knowledge channels, like Veritasium, Vsauce, Kurzgesagt, lots of really good content out there. And recently, like yesterday or 2 days ago? Anyways, recently, Vsauce 1, Michael, released a video on time illusions, and it is a fantastic video if you haven't seen it. But it got me interested, and I wanted to talk about a little bit of them and talk about my experience with some of them. So here it is. Here's the station. We're gonna get to that in a second because I want to show off. The work that we did. We had a metal rod in here, and I think the glass is just so much better. I think it fits in that theme a lot better, and it's kind of ties it all together. We've got end chests at every single one. In every single chest, we've got at least 9 minecarts. It starts down here. You come in there, you press the button, and you're off down the road. I mean, this is high class living right here. Also, I'll jump out at I should jump out of both of them. Yeah, we'll jump out at the stations, but then we'll come back. Okay, there we go. And jump off the station. And boom, minecart stays in one place. I'm getting an error message. What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? Everything's fine over here. Okay, YouTube. No, you're doing fine. I don't know why you're shooting me an error message. You're good. You're good, my guy. Don't worry about it. Okay. Well, if something happens, do let me know. Because if it's breaking apart, I want to know that it's breaking apart. I want to see it crash and burn. Anyway, so here's the station, the first station, which, as you can see, is the Bastion station. We've got it all themed. Look at that. Got a nice little room, and the other side is also themed according to the Soul Sand Valley. So everything's going good there. And then once you drop inside here, you got yourself a little station. Get a little protective hut. There's a Foggier Mouse is doing really well with that. The floor looks great, the doors look great, and if you step outside, the Bastion's over there. We're not gonna open the doors because those skeletons are gonna kill us. And maybe something else will be needed in place of scaffolding, but for right now it's good. Also, same thing. Boom, chests with that. Boom, that with that. This is a private invention. There's string here. So actually when you ride the minecart, if you stay seated in the minecart, you'll continue all the way down through. We'll show it on the way back. But if you jump out, then the minecart will stop right where it's supposed to. So then you can get back into it and continue on down the path. I think that's pretty neat. Pretty neat marvel of engineering, you might say. Not engineering, but you know, enough. And this place is a really good opportunity to go sip some coffee, you know? You're driving down the rail, sipping your coffee. A nice little coffee break on the rails to the end. Yeah, otherwise it's very boring. If you're not doing something, you can do like practice like running guns. There we go. Otherwise, yeah, if you're just sitting there, you're gonna, I mean, like a train, you know, you have to have an activity to do on a train. Oh, big boy, whoa, we got him. No, we don't. Oh, here's his next station. We're gonna jump out. It's gonna stop right there because it does that. Oh. And here we've got the nether tunnel, the nether fortress. That's what they're called. I was like, the nether what? The nether fortress. So we got that station here, and it's going about as well as it can be, you know, with all the slimes and stuff. Yep, but then you click the button, and you are out in the nether fortress. So, and there's 2 directions that you can go in. So, not a bad station either. And we got some lava over there. I wanted to oh. You wanna ride? That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. And then this one you don't really need a minecart for because it's like right there. But it's there if you want to. It's, you know, and this is the end. So up here we got the basalt, hinting at the basalt, like, oh hey, look, and then you press the button, and then oh, it's a basalt delta. Whoa. But then down here, as you can see, this is the texture for the end dungeon. It's like a little slice of, I guess I could just do this. Never mind, I'll just do this. It's much quicker. But come down here at the end, and then boom, it's a little end dungeon. A little end dungeon in the nether. And then you go through, and there's the portal. So that's what we did. That's the hard work that we experienced. We got everything done, everything's themed, everything's got stations. It just needs people now. It just needs people to travel. So come on down and come on down and travel the nether-ending rail line. Made by Bowling For You Productions. We missed it. That's okay. There's another one that you can actually see what happens. But see, it didn't stop. We just continued straight on through. We're gonna press a button. It says so in the description of the video. I will go do that. Because when you press the button, you get your next task, and then we'll start prepping for whatever that next task is. It could be, you know, a multitude of things. It could be easy, monotonous, you know, just kind of sit there and talk. It could be, like, go fight the Wither. I have no clue what it's gonna spit out, because it's gonna be random. But we're gonna do it. And it's gonna be great. So time illusions. Guys, what are time illusions, and have you experienced any time illusions? Oh, pause on that note. Watch this happening. We're going. We're gonna get in front of the string. Boom, 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 it activates, and we continue forward. You see that? It was a blip. It was a blip on the radar, but it happened. Time illusions. What am I talking about? About your experience of time. I cannot remember the names of any of these illusions, but if you go watch the video, they're all named. I'm going to refer to them as I see fit. So it's going to be like, yes, it's the short, or the long, or the short lawn illusion. And we'll make up arbitrary names. It'll be great. There's one of the first illusions that he mentions is about the perception of time, right? So what? Ooh, I got an enchanted bow, power bow. On the perception of time, right? So you know that activity where you're stuck at the airport, and you're in the airport for like 6 hours because your flight's delayed. And so it's taking you forever, and it's a pretty long time, and it's just dragging on. But then when you get to your destination, say like the beaches of Mexico, if you were going there, you go to the beaches of Mexico, you spend a good week there, and it feels like you've only been there. It flies by. It's like every single day is jam-packed with new things. The beach is great. You've just really enjoyed your time. It flies by in 1 week, right? So, but in your memory, what's gonna happen? Sometimes it can happen like that. Is that airport thing that was a long time, right? It was 6 hours. Is gonna feel like nothing. You're gonna remember nothing about it. You're gonna remember, oh yeah, we waited at the airport for a little bit. We're just waiting for the elevator to load. There we go. You're waiting for a long time, but in your memory banks, it's gonna be stored as a little blip. It's like, oh yeah, we had a little bit of a delay at the airport, so it took us forever. But then we got there and it was amazing. And then that really long time, that time that felt short, even though it was long for a week, is going to be remembered as a very long time, right? So it's about how you perceive the time in the moment. So that airport thing felt long, but in your memory banks, it will be remembered short. Whereas when you go on vacation, it felt short because you did stuff. The passage of time felt short, but you're going to remember it as being long because you enjoyed the activity. And so that's one of the illusions of, about your prospective and retrospective views on time, is that when something is perceived or prospectively perceived, if you're noticing time passing, then sometimes if it's slow, you'll retrospectively remember it fast. Or if it's fast, you'll retrospectively remember it slow, because you're not paying attention to the time passing when it goes by quickly. And when you are paying attention, then it's gonna, it just also depends on the activity. All right, that was the first illusion, and we're here. Ooh, look at that. I can be surprised to see it. Whoa. So this is it. This is our button. Can I take off my shoes? I can take off my shoes, so we don't have that weird illusion effect. Are we ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. But let's do it. All right, we're pressing the button. We're getting our next task. What is it? What is it? What's our next task? Village in the sky. Okay. I've showed this, I think I showed this on the first episode, so this wasn't even anything recent. So we're going to the village in the sky. Okay. I need to prep some stuff for that, but I've got, luckily I have things prepped for that. So that's going to be great. And then we can talk about time while we build it in the village in the sky. Oh, I should probably have grabbed some netherrack. Probably should have grabbed some netherrack. It's okay. I need 16 by 16. Quick maths. What is that? 16 by 16. Go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna race you to it. 16 by 16. 256. Got it. Beat it. Yeah, so I'll need 256 of those, which should be enough in that box. Yeah, it'll be fine. My favorite of the passages of time, of the illusions that was talked about, was the one where he talks about how you experience time relative to your age. That you feel like your childhood lasted forever. It's like, oh man, to be a kid again, to think about and see all the great stuff. I felt like I wanted my childhood to never end. But, and they say that as you go into your 20s, you know, or your 30s even, the older you get, the quicker time seems to fly. It's like a year goes by so quickly. You're like, oh wow, it's been like 3 years since I did that. Or it's been like, oh wow, I can't believe I've been at the job already for 5 years now. So it not all depends. It's interesting because some people attribute it to the proportion theory. So if you're, how do I explain it? If you're very young, if you're 9 years old and you live for a year, that is 1 year out of 10 possible years that you've lived. So ergo, the rate at which you experience it is 1/10. Does that make sense? So you experience that much quicker because you haven't had a long time, so it feels like a bigger part of your life. Whereas when you're 30 or 29 and you experience 1 year, that is 1/30th or 3-ish% of your life. So ergo, it's not going to feel as long as the 10% of your life that happened previously. So that's why it feels like things speed up the older you get. Oof. Isn't that crazy? I can't fathom it. I mean, I have noticed the same thing though. Like I have noticed myself and like this year is a great example for it. You know, things that feel long, but then, you know, also feel short. Like I'm trying to remember. Like we played volleyball in the summer on like we got permission and we played volleyball with on a residential court that a friend of ours owned. And I remember doing that in the summer, but that feels like it was years ago, or like it feels like it was last year that happened. Nope, it was all, well, I mean, it's technically last year, but in terms of, it was in 2020, it was this last summer, and I was like, oh man, that feels like it was ages ago. Okay, let's grab, I don't need that, I need one of these. Yes, we'll grab that because we need dirt for over there. Right, so that's interesting, right? That we have this experience of time where it's like things can feel like they're forever ago. And you know, people mention it and they talk about these illusions a lot of like, oh man, oh wow, when will it ever end? Or wow, it felt like that was really quick. But I mean, nobody has put them in, not put them into words. It's not one of the things that's talked about a lot. And I think that video does a really nice job of really spelling out everything for you and being able to kind of give the illusions names and talk about, you know, how crazy they are, or what that experience feels like for those illusions. Do I need more than that? I might need 2 shulker boxes of dirt. We'll grab 2 shulker boxes of dirt. You have no idea what's going on, but I will show you soon. Yeah, let's grab 2 shulker boxes of dirt because there's some things in the Sky Village that I want to do. There's the other box of dirt. Oof. But what I loved about that video, and that was so good, is what he the conclusions that he drew at the end of the video. And I always like that. I like learning about that, and it's fun to retell that. But it's a lot more interesting when you can start making not claims, but you can draw inferences. There it is. That word, just a big word, inferences. Oof, this coffee is just not agreeing with my system. He basically, with that, what happened here? Okay. With the perceived time, right? If you prospectively perceive it as long, right? So you're counting the hours. It's going to be remembered sometimes as short. It's like, oh, I don't even know. Oh, yeah, we sat at the airport and I don't remember doing much. Like, it was pretty quick. And then there's the other version of like where you're not keeping track of time, and you remember a lot of it because you're not paying attention to the time. Well, recently in society, we've also had the short idea of like TV time, basically. This is our portal to the village in the sky. We'll adjust the portal. The TV principle, the TV paradox, I believe is what it was called, or TV illusion. It's a word that means mystery. Oh, here. Well, yes. Let's explain what's going on here. So this is our village in the sky. There's a reason that it has this shape, so it's not crazy. But in essence, this is our villager trading hall. So this is where we're growing villagers. We're letting them do their thing. There's peace, prosperity here, and we'll work on this, on getting this more of a village and less of a just a place. We're gonna make it vibrant, so we can actually get some trades going. But yeah, we got wool, we've got rotten flesh. We're trading all of this. And no, they're not imprisoned. See, look at that. Look at how beautiful that map is. No, they're not imprisoned. That's not what's going on. They're protecting themselves. Because it's dangerous up here. You don't want them falling. You don't want them dying. So yeah, that's why they're not in cages. They're protected from the terribles of the outside world. And I have to start building the rest of it. Where's my chest? Just up here. Yes, there it is. The TV paradox, right? That's what happens when you watch TV. Not you specifically, but like you can do it for a long time and you can remember it as short. What do I mean by that? Like, for instance, you can spend hours binging a show. So you're watching the show, and you let hours and hours go by, but then you don't remember much of it, right? Or it felt short in the moment. You didn't even realize you were watching 6 hours of true crime. And then looking back on it, you're like, no, I don't even remember much. Your perception of it has also been shortened because it didn't have anything. There wasn't any substance in it. You know what I mean? Not to say that it's not good to watch those shows and it's not fun. I'm just saying that there's not substance in it. So you don't actually remember it. Okay, we're going to make the frame and then we'll build it out. I think it's 16. Actually, I think we'll be good because we can take a hint from the other things. And so basically the moral of the I think that's 44. Should be 44. Ooh, that looks a little too far. Looks a little too far. Let's double check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. One too far. That's okay. And then we'll do it on this one. We'll just do it this way because then I can actually keep track of it. But yes, that we actually, that we have actually, as a generation, have sped up our perception of time, which is crazy. Oh, this one's gonna be slightly, yep. I think I made it too short because I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. And I made this one too long. Ah, we're having a great time. We're having a great time. We are flying by in our time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, maybe I didn't get it wrong. Definitely got this one wrong though. Because this one's supposed to be right here. My bad. And so this is gonna work now. We've actually accelerated the way that we feel time, is what my point is. I'm just trying to, if I can get this square done, then I can actually talk about what the paradoxical nature of time and space is. Yeah, so it's just, why does it keep giving me this error? No, I'm good. We're all good. Yeah, our society has actually quickened our experience of time because of, I mean, not necessarily social media, but because of our consumption of electronic things, right? So, like, for instance, this is a really great example. This is happening now. This is happening live right now with all of you in this moment. You are in my room with me, and we are playing this game together / talking about, you know, the paradoxical nature of time. It's happening live. But there's so many moments in our lives where we post, and it's always in the past. Like, think about that, right? Everything on Facebook nowadays has, like, in the beginning it has the hours, and then it tells you when it was posted. It's like, oh, this was posted at, you know, like 11 o'clock on Saturday or whatever else. So this was posted 5 hours ago. This was posted 6 hours ago. And it's almost making us hyper aware of time and how much time has passed and how we're constantly buzzing through time. So our experience of time is actually going by much quicker because we are constantly thinking of the future and thinking of and we're moving forward is what I'm saying. And so that's a much quicker pace to life. And so our experience of time has actually gotten much quicker. So we feel like and I mean, you know, I can't remember where it's from, but it talks about the fast food generation, right? We want it all, and we want it now, we want it quick, we want it done immediately, right? That's why microwaves were invented, because of the fast food generation. You don't want time to cook, you just want to reheat it and go. I think it's microwave generation. I don't think it's the fast food generation. I think I'm confused. The microwave generation. That makes more sense because of the invention of the microwave. So we experience time much quicker. There we go. Oh, we'll zoom around. See, look at that. That's a nice looking square. It's a nice looking square. We're gonna have to replace one of the dirt blocks, or not, with a grass block, so we can get some nice green grass growing. And that's kind of, you know, that can be kind of scary for the illusion of time, about how quickly it passes. It can be a little unnerving if you. Oh, I need to grab a green. Come back to me. Yes. It didn't fall down to the ground or to the thing. It came into my hand. All right. And I said, let us seed this land with grass. Okay. And now we need to do the pattern of torches so that it doesn't spawn mobs, because that's also important. And then you. And then we need to think, yep, there we go. Oh wow, I put that basically in the center. These are the center 4 blocks. Look at me go. We're moving at a quicker pace, and I think it's on the individual to figure out how they're going to not cope with it. I guess cope with it is a good way of it. But how do you do you slow down and, you know, like take a look at, smell down and, like, slow down and smell the roses? Do you do that? Is that something that you like to do? Because that can be, and it's important to slow down and to live in the moment. You know, so many times we as actors are told to stay in the moment, stay in the moment. Don't let the moment get away from you. Be honest to who you are in the. I don't think I needed to do things of dirt. I barely used my 1 inventory. But I have another plan. I have another plan for us. Okay, we're gonna have to let's count this out again. It's because we move so quickly. It's important to spend time in physical spaces. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Physical spaces, physical interactions, and also I think it's lined up. One less. I don't know. We'll count it out again. Well, no, I don't want to accidentally do something stupid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. Maybe I'm crazy. In order to, you know, break those illusions of time so you don't feel like life's flying by without any. I mean, it kind of is. You know, it's flying by without any regard to you or what you're doing. But, ooh, that was definitely too far. That I can see. Yes, I think we're just 1 too far. Some of this is just intuitive, you know. You gotta feel it out. Like a artist and a canvas. You just gotta feel it out, man. Just feel what's going on, dude. I think if I went here, it'd be 1 too far. Yes. So maybe I'm just off my rocker. Maybe all this time of illusions is getting to me. No, so I'm a big proponent of making sure that you spend some time in person, live, discussing whatever you want to discuss, but slowing down so you're not always, you know, moving forward on this incredibly accelerated timeline. Do you understand what I mean? Are you understanding? I hope so. I mean, I'm just saying that, you know, slow down, smell the roses. Enjoy the world around you, and don't be so caught up on how quick our experience of time is. But I also think that's not something that we can actually handle. I think that's something that's just happening, is that we've conditioned ourselves to keep going and keep moving at such an incredibly fast pace that everything around us is so accelerated that there's not really much we can do to combat it. Ooh, this coffee is working through me. You know, oh no. Let's go up and take a look. Ooh. Nice village in the sky. Did you build it yourself? Yes, I did. How much time did it take you? You know, some time. Okay, don't fall off this time. Good thing I made a bunch of rockets. And I don't think there's anything we can do about it, you know? I think it's, oh my goodness. We've changed how we experience time, and now we just have to live with this accelerated pace. But, you know, I find there are moments for me where I do have a bit of a little breathing moment. Like I know before the pandemic started, I used to love playing board games. And I still do love playing board games. It's not like that it's not like that hobby is now dead in me. Before the pandemic, I loved playing board games. Now I don't see a point. Now it's all about preparing for doomsday. Oh, speaking of doomsday, we had that thing that happened this week. Oof, crazy. And I want to keep it vague, so when I listen to it in the future, I'll be like, what happened that week? That thing, you know? The crazy thing. It was insane, wasn't it? Oof. But still, you know, it's even in-person activities. Like when I'm thinking back now, because we used to play board games for hours. Well, as you know, now that I'm thinking of it, I can remember that one pretty extensively. We had one day where I think it was a 6-hour session game that we played, and it took forever to play. But I don't remember every single moment of it, but I do remember a good chunk of it where it was a lot of fun. It was like, that was Scythe. Scythe is a beautiful game. Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. But then there's other times where I can't remember what happened, you know, the board game. Because we used to play, yeah, we would play for a long time, and then we would it would pass by in an instant. Speaking of board games, check out Fun Certainty Box LLC on Facebook. Ooh. And okay, throw that on there. What was that? There's nothing new since Saturday, but there's two posts. There's 2 posts on that page, and there's gonna be more coming to you in the future. That, yep, okay, excellent. Throw that in there. I'm gonna finish this up, and then actually, I can feel the coffee, and I'm gonna need to take a quick break, but I will be back after I finish this. Almost there. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Oh, I should supplant. Ha! Got it. The world is in darkness below us. It's quite scary. I wouldn't want to be a surface dweller. Alright. 2 corners done. Only 2 to go. Halfway there for this little mini project. Alright. Look at the window at our next target. Alright, I will be right back, guys. Alright, coffee break over. Come back. You got your coffee? You use the restroom. Ooh. There we go. I don't want my mic to fall. I'll tell you guys, it's a rough morning. It is not as polished and planned as usual. We are adjusting for things, and you know we're making it happen however we can. So just give me some slack. Cut me a break. We'll get back to you know, for those of you who are interested, you are hearing me, and I'm on a mic stand. So we're usually slowly getting better and better. There's a mic stand. It's away from the mic. I can tap on the table, and you won't hear it on the mic, which is good.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, you can still hear tapping on the table because it makes sound, but in terms of like accidentally bumping something, it's not happening. It's not. Yeah, if you bump the table with the mic, you might hear a little bit more. I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay, we're still getting sound. Good. Whew. Here I was concerned. Okay. It's nighttime again. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay, one. I recently had an idea for something else coming to the channel, and yeah, I know what you're gonna say. I know how upset you are that I've been promising a video and it hasn't come out yet. Well, it's now in its final stages, so it's happening. It's taking a good long while, but when it comes out, I think you will enjoy it. And now I've got an idea for the next thing I want to do too. So, you know, we're turning out ideas left and right. Now we just need to turn out videos left and right. So they'll be coming. But and you know that's I have definitely experienced time illusions over, you know, winter break. You know, some are I think that's a pretty common thing to occur when you're in some sort of school setting or school capacity, of breaks flying by and feeling like they just didn't exist at all. Like, oh man, summer flew by. I wish summer, you know, had more time to it. And I always resolve to like, oh, I'm going to do a lot. Well, what happens when you do a lot is that time moves very quickly because you're doing a lot and you're jumping from one thing to the next, and before you know it, it's over and it's time to go back. And I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I want to stay in winter forever and do what I want to do. That's definitely my background emotion for the day, because school begins again for most people, some people, tomorrow. Oh my god, tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. The illusions of time. Oh, what a tricky mistress you are, time. Sneaking up on everyone, making things pass that we didn't want to pass. I think this is good. I think we actually need one more. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. This feels like it lines up with the tree. This one feels good. This one does not feel good. Feels like it needs one more. Yeah, it probably needs one more. So we'll do that. We'll make it one more. I also like to think about how crazy it is that there could possibly be a fourth dimension, and that this idea of the passage of time, I took the torch off and put it right back where I had it, that the passage of time is, and the perception of time is actually us being able to peer into the fourth dimension a little bit, because it fluctuates and it's experienced differently. So time is, time is not the same every single experience we have, right? Because it's, some people will experience it slowly, some people will experience quickly. So it's not crazy to think about, but the fourth dimension does exist, and they say the fourth dimension is time, but time even now fluctuates. So is there a fifth dimension above time? Or they say, because it's dimension, it's what, the first dimension, the second dimension is flat, three-dimensional, we understand it to have shape. Fourth dimensional is about existence in time, and then there's the fifth dimensional, which is, I don't even know, fifth dimensional creatures. There's a really cool animation. I don't know if I can find it, but if I do, I'll send a link in the video description, or not video description, I'll put a card up, because those are a lot more fun to see, and you'll actually see them. I don't know where I saw it. I think it was on Facebook, or it might have been something else. It was a modeling of what the fifth dimension would look like in our fourth dimensional world, like our third dimensional world. What would that, like, how would we even see that? And it was pretty cool. It was like shapes that were forming and unforming in like reality. So like you'd be able to tell it's a sort of a shape, but then it would like morph. It'd be like there was an invisible plane that was passing, that the shape was passing through, and all we got to see was a little bit of it, and then it was gone. It's a really fun representation. It's like, oh wow, that's I guess that it looks freaky. I don't know if that's necessarily not freaky. It looks interesting. I don't know if that's what the fourth dimension will look like, or fifth dimension. Whatever dimension, the higher dimension. But it is still really, really cool to see and to watch and to understand how it works. Can you imagine that this was all just air in the sky, and now we've got a little village? You didn't see me build it, but it was built by me, and now we're gonna build some more. I kind of want to finish the square out with some netherrack, which is what I need to do for that. I'd ideally love to do a whole circle around it, but we shall see. There we go. And let's put down the lights. Nope. Almost guessed it. The other really interesting thing about time is how much you have left, if any at all. No, that's I always struggle with the question when I get asked it, of if you knew how much time you had left, would you want to know? And they've made countless movies about it, like well, I want that piece of ground, so boo on you. I'm gonna go pick it up. They've made countless movies on it. I can't remember, it was the Death Clock. I can't remember what the name of the movie was. It was a not a very good. Well, I don't know. I didn't see it, so who might have passed judgment? It was a generic horror genre film of the clock would tick down to when you. It was an app. Yeah, it was an app, and they developed it, and it would like tell you the minute you were gonna die, and then everyone was like, "Oh, cool!" And then the app would speed up, and it would get closer and closer and closer and closer because it wasn't just an app. There was a killer on the loose, and he was coming to get you. And not that. That's not what I'm thinking of when I think of. Oh, hey, I'd love to know. Not love to know. I'm interested in thinking about whether or not that would be a good or a bad idea. 1. Because I think there is something about knowing when you die. You know, developing that sense, not developing a sense. If you got a sense for when you could die, that would be, it's like, oh, I can feel it, it's approaching, which is the same thing as knowing the time. And I think that was one too much. I did the same thing last time. Because my numbers are off. Okay. We'll do the same thing. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if I wanted to know. And that's why I always debate, and I can't always give an answer to that question. Even now, I'm not 100% sure. Do I want to know when I die? Or would I rather keep it a secret? It'd be easy because then I could plan things. But would I really want to know that know how much time I have left? As opposed to not knowing and enjoying life to the fullest for every moment? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the answer is. I will be right back, guys. Hey guys, back again. You know why I said I want to know the time that I die? You ever feel like you're gonna die when you throw up? I think everyone has that idea that in that moment you're like, this is it. I don't feel like anything at all. I feel like I'm going to die here in front of this porcelain throne. So sometimes you feel like you're gonna die. Sometimes sometimes you stare at the bowl and you think to yourself, I'm gonna die. This is it. Like everything is coming out and yeah. And so mortality is very real. you should think about it and you should prepare for the worst case scenario. And with that said, there you go. That's a little life advice about whether or not you should want to know when you're gonna die. I mean, think about sorry, this is a morbid subject. Let's switch to a different subject. We're talking about time, and that's one of the things that happens when you talk about time. You talk about lack of time or the end of time. Now that's a cosmic terror right there. How's the universe going to end? Not with a bang. What? No. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not in a fire. Not with a bang or a fire, but I can't remember how the poem goes. But it's a good little poem. Let's talk about acquisition of time. Because, believe it or not, you can acquire time. You ever have those moments you make plans, and then all of a sudden, nothing happens? It's like, that's sometimes the best feeling in the world. When you make a plan, you're getting ready to do it. Again, kind of. Like, you're kind of involved in this, like you want to do it, but then, like, if it didn't happen, you wouldn't be upset. And then, lo and behold, the other person says, oh, hey, I can't do this thing. I'm sorry. We'll have to reschedule or something else. You've now just acquired time. Ooh, it's a scary look from down below. It's like we're printing the world right now. You've basically just now acquired time, and that's great. Now whatever you had, you now have more time. You've bought time, and you've done it well. You didn't buy time. I know there's who is it? I think it's John Mulaney who talks about it. That having plans canceled is like amazing. It's the most amazing feeling in the world. It's where, because all of a sudden you're like, oh cool, I can do so much, and then you end up doing nothing. You end up like, oh wow, I now have 3 hours that I don't have to do anything. I'm gonna go be so productive, and then you lay in bed and you watch TikTok or something, or you watch another episode of your favorite TV show. It's like, oh, okay, cool. That was I had plans where I was gonna do something, and now I did nothing. But those nothing times are the best. Why did you go up all of a sudden? Okay, there we go. I often find myself wanting to extend the amount of time I have, so I usually stay up very, very late, because to me, I want to squeeze every possible hour and minute out of the 24-hour cycle.
It's like when you were little, you went to bed because you were afraid to miss something.
Yeah?
But they can be.
No, I know. I was. So apparently, when I was little, I would do the same thing, and I would not want to go to sleep because I was afraid I was going to miss something. Something important was going to happen, and I wasn't going to be there for it, or something was, I didn't want to miss out on whatever was going on. So I've had this same experience for a long time. I have always wanted to be in the loop and extend my usage of the day, which is I mean, I know I'm not the only person who does that, but I am definitely the weirdest when it comes to it, because I just, you know, fill up my time with so much. And I've actually recently had the, I've had the same discussion, right, of time and time usage and time economy, right? I am a very, very busybody, kind of. Like, I will always be doing something. I'm always, and some people say, I'm grinding. I'm always grinding away and trying to do, you know what? I'm just going to try it again. I don't want to go get that. Why are you dropping? I just need one. Okay. There we go. That's all I needed. I just needed one. The rest of you can go die down there. I'm always such a busybody, and you know, somebody recently said, "Hey, you know, always constantly being busy with stuff is not necessarily the best." And I was like, I mean, yeah, but you know, it's something I like doing. But it was called out to my attention because I want to make like it's hard. It's hard to do that healthily, because sometimes you get so wrapped up in what you're doing and doing so much that you forget to take breaks and forget to take care of yourself. So, like, for instance, this break has flown by for me, because, you know, I had a week here and I would do that. I went for a week over there. I went for a week over there. So it was like every single week was constantly something. And it finally caught up to me this last week when I actually went back to make sure that my apartment was good, get everything, you know, make sure the schools, everything was good for that. And I remember just finally sitting down in my room and I was like, ugh, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted from this constant nonstop go mentality. Okay, so so yeah, I think there's some very good truths in that, of like, hey, remember to take time to relax. Remember to take time to not always be doing something. Take time to just breathe for a little bit, and then you can get back into it, and then you can get back to what you need to do. Okay. I'm trying to remember this side. I think this side is the blue side. There's a thing that I have to. No, that's not what I want. There's a bigger picture idea that I want to have, and it has to do with the map for this area. And there it is. Aha. The village is on the blue side, yes. And we have that. We've built that shape. So it's the blue side. Okay. So let's continue forward. I don't know if I've ever explained what the idea for this world and this map. Where's my boxes? Where's my boxes? Where'd the boxes go? There they are. We've talked a little bit. I don't know if we talked at all about it, but the entire world. Get back my sword. The entire world is supposed to be covered in darkness, so we're supposed to build blocks up here at elevation 150, and so we decided that every person would cover up their quadrant of the map. Well, my quadrant of the map is themed, so I'm trying to do as much magic as I can, and so I got this, you know, this cool little village, and they're all protecting themselves from the magic since their world was lifted out from underneath the ground. And I actually need to make this more magical then, because we themed all the other doors. So look at this. This one looks real good. Here, we're approaching it. We're approaching it now, Captain. Look at that, little trees, little iron. We got little faces for the iron. I should just do the same thing, but for villagers, like villager skin. Yeah, we got. So that looks nice, and the guardian. And the guardian farm looks nice over there. So we should give our villagers some love. I have just not been paying attention to them at all. We're gonna need a lot of netherrack. I say that, we did 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna need twice as much. Right, we did 4 squares. And we used how much dirt? We used about 2 rows of dirt. That's actually, I just can't see it. I can't mentally see it. I gotta throw all the stuff in there. So almost 2 rows of dirt for 4 things. And we gotta do 8. So we're gonna need, so 4 equals 2, then 8 equals 4 rows. So, yeah. So then we're gonna have to empty this out and get at least a box and a half of netherrack. Because I have an idea. Throw the dirt back for when, well, I'm also thinking about making a dirt wall around the village, like where those trees are. I want to make a little dirt wall so that it's protected from the outside, so we can kind of tell a larger story with what this world is. Dirt goes into the extra dirt chest. That was a sprinting alpaca. Or llama, or whatever those mystery steeds that they ride. Let's see, do I have any? I think I should have some stuff. I've talked about it before, but if life were like a video game, I don't have enough here. I suppose I'll grab a little, and then I'll go grab it from my other major stockpile. If life were like a video game, everything would make sense. We'd be able to acquire time, experience time, save time. Also, activities you would know how long activities last. You're like, ah, yes, and you kind of do. I like the visual representation of everything. So I need this guy, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. This will all make sense in the future. But then I need that much bone meal. Oh man. I'm gonna need a lot of... The bone meal, every block is 9. So let's just grab like 3, I guess. That should be more than enough. And then we can continue forward. Yes, more netherrack. Coffee. You prefer cold or hot coffee? Or iced, I guess. Not cold coffee, iced coffee. Cold or hot coffee? You prefer when your coffee is cooled down and it's no longer hot? That's my favorite type of coffee. Okay, let's go get this netherrack. Also, if you have any ideas about the next suggestion to go into the button pushing thing, let me know, and I'll throw a new thing in there. Also, while we're going to get this, if you have a access or capability of getting Minecraft Bedrock, let me know. Drop in your username, we'll add you to the world, and we can do stuff together, or we can get things going. Go on little adventures or something. Do, you know, call each other on Discord and talk about crazy theories and ideas. Come build a community with me. We're just waiting for the elevator to go. Can you explain that to me? Why are elevator scenes always so awkward? And why are they included? They're not always awkward. I can think of what is it, Captain America? That elevator scene was pretty cool. Look where he fights all the bad guys in the elevator. Ah, it's nighttime. Go to sleep. But like, I think it's to show the representation of the passage of time. But I want to know where the first elevator sequence was. Because whoever did that was... I mean, I don't want to. No, I'm not gonna call them names. But really, like we're watching these characters stand and do nothing. It could be. I mean, because I can see that as like I can see that as an artistic choice. But sometimes it's just thrown for laughs. You know, it's like ah ha ha ha. Look at them. They're standing doing nothing. Ha 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 ha. But sometimes I mean I enjoy it more when it's about the passage of time. It's like, oh man, everything is a drag, you know, or what is the one that I'm thinking of? It's not the Shaun of the Dead. It's the other one. Hot Fuzz, maybe? With Simon Pegg? Where he this is the end. This is the end. This is at World's End? At World's End Bar? The one about with the bar where they go they do the thing and they drink and go to the bar. It's like any movie ever. The one with the bar, the one where they go to the bar and they drink at the bar. It's the end of the world and there's, you know, people disappearing and doing that and da 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 da. Anyways, but they show the passage of time very well. And as an indie, it's more of an indie film than other stuff. And I just want to know why the elevator sequence has been put in. I don't understand it. Whoop. Why is it there? Why do we need to see these people in an elevator? Like, I'm thinking of Thor Ragnarok. They get in the elevator and they're like, okay, we're gonna do this thing. Oh no, I don't want to do this thing. Okay. And then they just stand there for a couple of seconds of silence. I get that it's supposed to be funny. It's like, oh, ha ha ha, look at them. They're standing awkwardly. They do the same things we do. They stand in elevators. But it's just, I don't know. I think it's a trope that's overdone. That's just my opinion. But I think the elevator sequence, standing in the elevator, is just a little overdone. A little overdone for me, and it's not done tastefully. And the problem is, everybody knows about it now. Like, it's not like when you see it in a movie, you're surprised. You know it's an elevator. Like, that's the thing. It is thrown into movies, and it is recognizable as a thing. It's like, oh, they're doing an elevator sequence. It's like, it doesn't shock you, nor is it, I don't know. It's like a car chase. You automatically associate, like, oh hey, they're doing a car chase. Now each car chase can be different, and you can think it's kind of cool. But you can't make an elevator scene seem like really cool. You can a little bit, and I think that's when it's more surprising, because you don't have high hopes for elevator scenes, because you know they're just gonna waste your time. I was like, oh no, what is going on? Why am I so high up? That's right, because I built it this way. I usually build nether portals in the ground, and here it is, way up high. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. We have the resources. We have the drive. We're gonna do it. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just one of those things where you look at it and you're like, okay. And then elevator sequence. And then if it surprises you, then it's cool. It's like, whoa, I didn't think they were gonna do that. That's awesome. But other than that, it's hard. It's hard to make them look good. It's hard to do it. Now we're gonna actually see if this has indeed been 16, or if we miscounted this. What are those? What are some other movie tropes? There's elevator scenes. That's always fun. Chase scenes of any sorts, like car scenes on foot. We did this game in the summer, which is a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it. Not highly recommend it, I guess. I recommend it to people who can do the game. But we would track through our own methods every time in a movie something would occur. If you catch my drift, we'd track it. And we had a lot of fun. We made some rules about the contrivedness or the commonality of phrases. So if it was something like, if it was some iconic phrase, you would mark one down. If it were something cliche, that's the word I was looking for. If it was cliche, like, oh, I'll get you if it's the last thing I do, or you underestimated me. Ha 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 ha. What was that? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, if I told you, I would have to kill you. And so it was just funny how many movies. Why can't I switch my inventory? What is going on? There it is. It's like, why is it not opening? It's not hard to make good. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to make good movies. They dropped on the world. Oh, it's okay. We'll have plenty more. Watch me be missing a couple. I'm gonna eat my words. Movies have, I believe it's hard to make good movies. It's hard to make movies that stand the test of time. Bring it back to time. The test of time. That's actually a good segue to the other parts of the video that I forgot about. One of the other paradoxes is the protagonist paradox, or the protagonist illusion, that you think you are the center of the universe. You think this world is about you. Not world is about you. You are the leading character and everybody else is side characters, when most likely that's probably not the case. We're also disposed to another really interesting bias about that we believe the world started when we were born, even though we conceptually understand that the world did not start before we were born. Like, it did not start when we were born. It started later. We still believe that we have, we had something to do, not something to do with it, but we, in essence, it's not about us, but we believe that we are, essentially important to this story, even though in actuality, probably not. We're probably not all that. And that's a crazy thought to think about. I mean, whether or not you admit that you do it or you don't do it, it's still crazy to think about that, we have an understanding that we think the world like it may have existed before us. And I guess it depends on your career and your field and what have you. But it is kind of crazy. I found myself as like, actually, yeah, I did kind of think that we just consciously ignore history and think, no, everything started when I started, and then everything else is just a little bit different. And the world will end when I will end, which is, I was like, that's you got me. I wasn't thinking about that, but now I am, and now I understand what's going on. 16 by 16. Yes. Continue? Yes. Oh, yeah, I'll come back and do it. Crazy to think about, guys. Crazy. We are not the main characters of this world. Well, not the main characters of the world. We're just regular characters. Which is fine. It's not bad. Why is there a piece of dirt over there? Ah, well, that's okay. We'll leave it as a little Easter egg. What's going? Ah, yes. It's like, why does this one have a tree and that one doesn't have a tree? It's like, because I just built that one. I wonder what could be, what if time was like a resource? Right? So what if we could mine time? That'd be a fun idea for a board game. Mining time. Just mining my own time. That's a funky idea that I just had. I'm just mining my own time. Could have a distant galaxy where there's a rock, and you mine the rock, and out of the rock you get. Do you guys remember the commercial, the AT&T commercial? Question mark. It was the one about they had the rollover minutes, and they had the little blue-green timers that you could see, like it would have different minutes on it, and they'd find them. You know, they're like, why did you keep the minutes in the kitchen drawer? Come on now, like you should have. Do they have faces? No, they don't. I thought I saw faces in it for a second. Anyways, they would get upset with their kids when they're like, we have to, why did you keep these rollover minutes in here? They're no good anymore because these are last month's rollover minutes. And then some spokesperson would go on and be like, actually, did you know that AT&T that their rollover minutes are good for everything all the time? You can save them for month to month. AT&T, roll over with us. so it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't a bad commercial, but I always remember those little blue rollover, like the little blue timers, and I was like, what a great concept. I would love to be able to look at something and to be able to pick up these like packets of time. Now I know that was the joke of like, oh, roll over minutes, that these are little packets of time that you have to use. Or you lose them. Ooh, looks so good. Ow. Crashed into our semi-church. But I would love it if there were like a rock or something. And you could just hit it and mine it, and you could get some minutes out of it. Great movies about time, by the way. In Time with Justin Timberlake is a great film. I don't care what you think, if you haven't seen it or not. It's a pretty good film. It's like totally off the map. Like, you would never even know. I'm gonna adjust this and adjust my seating so we can get a little more personal. This sounds really loud. There we go. Okay. Loved In Time with Justin Timberlake. Kind of a really cool concept is that everybody has like a digital timer built into their arm, and it will like count down, and you actually use it as currency too. So it was like the idea was that you have a timer in your arm about how long you're going to live, but you get paid with time, so that timer will go up, and then every time you try to buy or purchase or do anything else with it, you have to spend the time. Like you like dab your wrist on whatever, and it will take away the time. It was a really interesting movie about the usage of time. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I want to be in that world, and I was genuinely excited about that. I was like, that would be a really cool world to be in. And they do a great job in the movie of like kind of building the world and showing you what all could happen in a world that exists like this. And the rich basically in this world get to live forever, because if time is money and currency, What is going on with this? Did we put this on all the trees like that? I guess we did. But only that one? I'm confused. It's okay. I'm not as confused anymore, but that's okay. Back to the Future. Another excellent movie about time. But that's more about the time anomaly that is time travel. Yeah. Another great movie about time. I don't know if it's great, but we'll say it's great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it because it was interesting. Lake House? I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. I believe it's got Keanu Reeves in it. Or somebody else. I can't remember. It's some famous actor. It's Sandra Bullock and somebody else in there. And it's pretty interesting. I don't want to spoil it, but it's pretty good. It's about letter writing. It's about letters being written in the lake house. It has something to do with time. If that gives you any hints. Maybe we should make some houses or something for these villagers. I don't know. I kind of want to have more villagers, but I really want to. really only need them for the trading hall aspect. I really don't need. But I do need a lot of stuff. So I think it might be a better idea to get them. Like, I think I'll keep the central building, but then we'll make it function off another one. But that's so much. That is off-camera work because wrangling villagers is, first of all, very demanding, and it would take a lot of mental energy for me to do that. And there's no way that I can hold a conversation or, be discussing other topics while doing that. So unless you want to see me do that, unless you want to see me struggling with villagers and talking about the irksome quality of villagers, I will definitely do that off camera, and then we'll come back and convene on something that is something more watchable and YouTube friendly, because I hate working with villagers so much. It was a pain to even get them up here. You know how I had to, it was awful to build portals, push them through portals, get them to run through the portal, go to another thing, open it up to get, and that was the hard part is, this elevation is high. It's 150. So I could have towered, I guess, and put them in I think I did that for the second one. Because something didn't work or whatnot. Like it wasn't good. Like they had died or there's mobs or whatever. So I think I did that. I made it a giant pillar and just put it in a boat and then carried them all the way up to the top. Ooh, I like this one. So that's what we got with our villagers. And now we got a little bit more room on this floaty island, which is exactly what we need. I think we're getting almost to the end of our netherrack. Uh-oh. I think it's gonna work well though with the blue. I hope so. If you're not aware, they added the blue nilium to this, and so they have a different. So the netherrack doesn't have to be red the whole time. Oh, I bet the darkness looks really cool because this platform has now gotten very big, very big. No, I don't want to put you up there. No! Okay. Lost quite a bit of netherrack already. The grass is spreading nicely. Very good, very good, very good. No. It's not what I wanted. There we go. Now we do the center one. I find we probably talk about time traveling because we don't like where we're at the moment. You know, does that make sense? So we make up these wild stories about people who got to travel to a different time of their life or time of history, probably because they weren't satisfied with, I mean, you know, this is me trying to apply psychology to it. Like, they probably did that because they weren't satisfied with where they were and what they were doing. But in actuality, I think we just don't understand time. I think that's why we time travel. Or that's why we like to time. I ruined it. No, and now I'm falling. And now I'm not falling anymore. Ooh. It's a spooky square. I had to use 2 rockets on that. No, 3 rockets. Okay. We're just having fun. We're just flying now. We're not even working. We're just slacking off by flying. We're wasting time. Is there another expression for that? There's wasting time. Can you be earning time? If you can waste time, can't you earn it? You've earned my time. I've heard that. You've earned my time. You can also say you've...
Not worth it.
Oh, would you look at that? Michael was right. And I don't have any dirt. Because I put it all away. One row short. 1 row short. That's 16 dirt. Well... let's go to bed and we'll do it tomorrow. You're not worth my time. Yeah. You've wasted my time. You're out of time. I haven't heard that one very often.
Can you pause it?
I'm sure that's what I'm trying to think of. That's the question that I asked. Is there any positive sayings about time? Oh, this darkness is scary. Hey, look, I have more than enough to do the thing. Foggier Mouse? I don't think he's on. Foggier Mouse is not on, no. He doesn't always get on. Foggier Mouse is, you know, he's got his own thing that he does. I can't believe this one was 1 row too short. Or maybe that one's 1 row too long. Who's to say? That was a great time. Although that's not really about the... it's not really referencing time.
The time was worth it.
That time was worth it. I don't think I've heard that one. That's,
Just that.
no.
Worth the time.
It was worth the time? I don't think I've heard that. I've heard of the I've had a great time. And that is technically referring to the time of it all. I've had a great time. I've enjoyed my time. You often hear that at dates. I had a really good time. I really enjoyed myself. You have a wonderful personality. You have great hair? Well, again, I haven't heard that. People don't, because I haven't heard it because I don't have great hair. So, ergo, I have heard you have a great personality. I love your personality. I love your, this is my favorite. I love your energy. You just give off such good energy. We really vibed. Which I love that that's a saying now, that we say vibed. Like, oh, I really vibe with that. I vibe with you. That's my vibe. Which I'm assuming is short for vibration. Which I get what it's saying. I'm not trying to deconstruct. Well, yeah, I'm gonna deconstruct it because I want to deconstruct it. Like I get what it means, and I'm not like, what does that even mean? Like these kids these days are not saying the right thing because that doesn't make any sense. No. Yeah. I joined this great Facebook group called Born Zillennial. It's amazing. Zillennials are the people who are stuck between two worlds. So they're not really millennials and they're not really Gen Z or Zoomers as they're now being called. So, and it's like anyone in the window of, what's the cutoff for millennials? 1996, I think? Yeah, it's like 1996 and 2004, I think? It's like anyone in that window. I don't think 2004. I think that's a little too far, but maybe it is. Anyways, it's just a group where they share just different nostalgic things, and it's been very surprisingly accurate because, you know, we're in a weird category where it's not millennials who are, you know, life without internet, you know, kind of 90s kids, oh, you know, oh, go outside, let's do all that. And then the Zoomers, the Gen Zers, I think they are literally called Zoomers now. I think that's their generational title. Although I've also heard that they're called the baby boomlets because they're the kids of the I don't know. They mimic the same ideals that the baby boomers had back in the after the war times. So it's very possible that that is also the case with them. But I've also heard Zoomers a lot because they don't know life without the internet. Ergo, Zoomers. Which is crazy, right? Zoom became super popular. Yeah, this year specifically. Last year, yes. We're in a whole new year. A whole new year. No, which I was like, Skype, what happened? Like, what happened with Skype? Why aren't people using Skype? Where did Zoom come from? And what happened to Skype? Because Skype was really good. Oh, Skype, but I thought you could have like Skype and do multiple calls on Skype, or like multiple people on Skype. I don't know. It's
Somebody bought Skype.
Somebody bought Skype?
Who bought Skype? Facebook?
Did Facebook buy Skype? I don't know who bought Skype.
Somebody bought Skype.
Somebody bought Skype. So I think it might be Microsoft actually. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Microsoft that bought Skype. I'm not sure. But I do remember hearing about that. Do you know Skype was originally an Estonian company?
No. The guy from Estonia invented Skype, but it wasn't Estonian company.
Oh, the guy who invented it was Estonian, but it was not an Estonian company. Okay, makes sense.
But they're very proud of it.
Yes, no, that's why I mentioned it, because Estonians are very, very proud that they helped create Skype. That they're one of them created Skype. They're very, very proud of that fact, and it's great. So that's why I know it, because a proud Estonian once told me that Estonians invented Skype. And now, apparently, I've been lied to. Apparently, it was an Estonian, but it was an Estonian company. Maybe that's just an inference that I drew. Of like, it must have been, it's so important to Estonians, it must have been made in Estonia. I was saying something about Oh, we were trying to figure out the what? The generation? Oh yeah, the zillennials, the ones that are in the middle. It's a really good group. You can only be in the group if you're a zillennial, by the way. So you can't join it if you're not a millennial, because you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand what we went through. You wouldn't understand what the TV shows that we used to watch. But then it's just oddly really accurate things sometimes. Like they had one where they were showing like bottle pops and candy canes, and they had like it was sucked down to the point to where there's like a piercing spear. I was like, I did that all the time. I was like, what is going on? They had another thing, I can't remember. The needle, yes, sorry, I was like, the pointy thing that looks like a lance. A needle point. See, this is now funny to me mentally. If you say, "Oh yeah, I sucked on a candy cane until it became needlepoint." Needlepoint is also another word for sewing. So when you say, "Oh, it became needlepoint," sucked on a candy card. You know, for when you candy card. It's for your one-time purchases. I bet that could work with kids if you gave them a candy card. A chocolate bar is basically a candy card. Because it's a, you know, what are they? I always think Gardettos, but it's Ghirardelli. Or Ghirardelli? What? Ghirardelli? I think. Yeah. Well, you know, I always thought it was La Croix, because that's how it's spelled, and that's how you would say it if it were French. But it's an American company, and their whole thing is it's pronounced La Croix because it's supposed to remind you of enjoy a LaCroix. Yeah, I don't know why the X is silent. I don't know why they spelled it that way, and why they decided that it's pronounced LaCroix when it's supposed to be pronounced LaCroix, or LaCroix. That's how they say it in Australia. LaCroix. Enjoy on LaCroix. No, but it's pronounced LaCroix to remind you of the word enjoy. It's not even like, it wasn't.
Couldn't follow either pronunciation rules, nor French nor English.
Yeah, yep.
It's like doesn't follow any pronunciation.
It doesn't follow any rules at all.
That's okay.
There was another one there was a company that was like, oh, Haagen-Dazs, yeah. I was like, there's another one that's an imposter. It's like they're pretending to be something. Yeah, Haagen-Dazs is a completely American company, and the only reason they're called Haagen-Dazs is because they wanted to sound fancy. That's it. There's no other reason. It's a marketing trick. You're like, ooh, it must be European. It must be really good. It must be kind of, it must be crazy. The Zoomers getting really... I can't read from that far. Yes, the Zoomers getting ready to shank other kids with our candy canes. Well, nowadays I think our little Zoomer friends, do they even, I hate when this happens. They're like, do they even know about candy canes? Do you even know where Estonia is? That was one of my favorite moments of my past. Let me include you in our memories. I can't remember. It was at a Walmart. It was like at a Walmart, and we were getting fried chicken. Yeah, it was at a Walmart. We were getting fried chicken just to eat, and one of us had a shirt on that said Estonia. Yeah, one of us had a shirt on that said Estonia, and the woman.
It was a teenager.
It was a teenage guy. I can't. Yeah, there was the worker behind the glass said something about "I love your shirt," or was it? What was it?
He said something about Estonia. It's like, yeah, have you been to Estonia or something?
I can't. Yeah,
Actually,
I think there's a bit of a conversation. It was like, hey, hey, I love your shirt. I love.
have you been to? I think he asked if you've been there. I think so, and I asked him, do you know?
Yeah, yeah. Which was smart. Yes. Okay. So the story goes that we were getting fried chicken from Walmart, like the popcorn chicken, and we wanted it fresh or whatever. So we decided to ask the employee, and the employee was like, "Sure, he got it for us." And then he looks at one of us, not me, but somebody else, somebody who may or may not be here at the moment. Looks at them, and they have a shirt, and they have a shirt that says Estonia, which is a country on the what's it called? The sea, the Baltic Sea. Yeah, I was like on the Baltic Sea, like next to Finland, Sweden. That's about there is where Estonia is. And he said something like, "Oh hey, I love your shirt. Have you been? Have you ever been there?" And this other person, I don't think it was spoken with attitude. I think we added the attitude later. But they said, "Do you even know where Estonia is?" And he was so taken aback by it that I don't think he responded. He was just like, yeah.
Both of you shut my mouth and dragged me away from the It's so embarrassing. Why would you say that?
Yes, I just.
It's so rude. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. We threw up a big storm about how rude it is to say that and do all that. But realistically, I mean, who says that? Who says, do you even know where Estonia is? There's so much sass in that moment. It's like, excuse me, do you even know this information that you're asking me for? Come on. Ah. So, do you know where Estonia is? You should know where Estonia is now. Ah.
There's actually a story behind Häagen-Dazs.
Oh, there's a story behind Häagen-Dazs?
Yes, the founder
Uh-huh.
was a Polish Jew.
Okay.
Was born in Poland to Jewish parents. Moved to New York.
Here, tell the story. Tell the story of Häagen-Dazs.
Reading from Wikipedia, the founder, Ruben Matus, was born in Poland to Jewish parents. In the First World War, his father died, and his mother moved him to New York with 2 other children. Whatever, blah 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 blah. And then he decided to found the ice cream company, and he named it Häagen-Dazs. He thought it's to be a Danish sounding name, and he named it as a tribute for Denmark's exemplary treatment of Jews during World War II. So there is actually a touchy story behind the name.
Well, look at that.
Here we go. You can have your mic back.
Thank you very much. This has been Story Time, where we discuss...
Read from Wikipedia.
where we read from Wikipedia so that you don't have to. So that you can keep watching us play Minecraft. Me play Minecraft. But you can listen to our stories about Häagen-Dazs. So, look at that. So whoever's spreading this rumor that, Häagen-Dazs is just a company that, is trying to pretend to be fancy, is actually anti-Semitic. Because the real story is that they were supportive of Jews, and that the whole reason is and so this has been buried, and as a result, it's been oddly anti-Semitic because we haven't heard the full story up until now. So go tell your friends, tell everyone you know to go buy Haagen-Dazs because it's named after. That's it. No, but that is a really cool story. That's actually I thought it was just, you know, like it's like the LaCroix enjoy, but if it's got meaning. Never judge a book by its cover. I think it's the what? Okay, and now we're gonna get to the truth of what's the deal with LaCroix. There we go. Just call us brand busters. Brand bustin'. We're gonna get to the bottom of it all for you, the consumer, and me, the consumer, and us, the consumer. We all consume every day, all the time. I need to. What is going on? Oh, okay. I thought it was off, but it wasn't. It wasn't off. It wasn't off. It was good. Boom. Okay. How many more do I have? 2 squares left? Okay, 2 squares we can do. We can do 2 squares. Yes, we can do 2 squares and then spread the blue. And then we can call it good. I owe you extra time since I had to dip out for a little bit both times. So LaCroix was anti-Perrier?
Yeah, they made the brand to counterbalance Perrier, which they considered snobbish position.
Oh.
And the name comes from because the company, like it's the La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Oh.
So they French it because cross is croix
Oh, yes.
in French.
Okay. That makes more sense. So for those who do not have the volume turned up all the way and are listening to the background noises, trying to figure out how big the room is, and trying to figure out, you know, what kind of setup does he have, what kind of microphone is he using, I can tell you all these things if you would just ask me. Don't be looking, you know, don't be listening so hard. LaCroix was made, so I don't know if you know, I don't know if you know your bubbling waters like we do here. We're quite familiar with the bubbling waters. Perrier is Perrier, however you want to say it. I believe it's called Perrier because it's another French one. You don't pronounce the R, but whatever you want to call it. LaCroix was made as an answer to Perrier, because Perrier is pretty snobbish, because the correct pronunciation is Perrier, not Perrier. So they're being too snobbish. So LaCroix was created to combat that snobbery, the snobbishness. Snobbishness. That's not a good word. Snobbishness. So they were created as an alternative, and they're made in La Crosse, Michigan? Wisconsin. La Crosse, Wisconsin. And La Crosse in French is LaCroix. LaCroix. And so instead of saying LaCroix, they said LaCroix for the enjoy aspect. What?
I don't see that.
You don't see LaCroix? You just look...
Enjoy LaCroix. I don't see that. I see anti-Perrier strategy.
The anti-Perrier strategy.
Successful execution of the anti-Perrier strategy in all its forms has been a key factor in enabling LaCroix to become one of the top sparkling water brands.
I like how official it is. The anti-Perrier strategy, adopted by LaCroix, was wildly successful. And now every single basic white girl loves LaCroix. And they will get all the flavors. It's all about creating new flavors for them to try. Perrier only has 2 flavors. Mineral and lemon. And I think lime, right? I think might be a lime. I don't think there's... Perrier, I think it's, lime and normal?
I think it's only normal. They have
I think they have a lemon one. I think there's a lemon Perrier. But again, the fact that you didn't know that kind of explains how wildly popular the lemon flavored Perrier is. Whereas LaCroix, they had one with. Have you tried their cola? They had like a lemon cola one, and I was like, "Are you making a sparkling water version of cola?" It's like, is that like what you just let the ice melt in the cola and make it a little bit better? Okay. No, I'm gonna light it up before. I don't actually need to go to bed because nothing spawns here because my torch placement is impeccable.
How dependable information from mental floss?
Mental floss.
Because that's who claims that LaCroix.
Enjoy.
Rhyming with enjoy.
I mean, I don't. I mean, you can look up the credentials of the mental floss. I do not know. I do not off the top of my head know how credible the mental floss. I thought you said the mentalist for a second. I was like, what? Mental floss. I mean, probably just a blog, but I've seen some. You should let me know actually, because I've used it quite a few times, and I've been telling people that it's that way. So I should stop spreading lies, is what I should do, if it's a lie. I had a little mini panic attack. I thought I was heading off into the unknown. Was that song this year?
What?
The Frozen 2? Did Frozen 2 come out this year? Or was that last year?
Definitely not this year.
Well, no, I know
It's
not.
either last year or the year before that.
No, I think it was 2020. Because I remember singing it in the shower. Even though I've never seen it.
Oh, so LaCroix is not the translation of lacrosse. LaCroix and LaCroix. La is from the city of Lacrosse, and Croix, whatever, C-R-O-I-X, from the Saint Croix River, or from the Lacrosse is located. And Saint Croix River is the one that divides Wisconsin from Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Okay. So LaCroix does not mean lacrosse. La is for lacrosse and Croix is for the river. La Croix. I mean, I guess it would be weird if it was just Croix. Like, pick up a fresh can of Croix. What? I just got hit by something. Something shooting? I don't know what happened. Just like random damage. That was weird. Almost done. Almost done. Almost done. One more square. LaCroix. Yes, LaCroix would get you some stares among the water elites. Although now there's the one that's really popular in Minnesota is bubbly, bubbly, and then there's another one that's supposed to be like it's the one that's also like a super energy drink. I can't remember what it's called. No, Take 5 is a chocolate bar. Not an energy drink. 5 Hour Energy is what you're thinking of. 5 Seasons Energy. There we go. And I wonder that I put all the torches down and then it's gonna not happen because I don't think I can bone meal while the torches are down. That could be an issue. There we go. There we go. It's all done. Hooray! We did it. Let's throw these guys in here. And now we grab the other thing. There's nothing in here, right? Oh, there is. Okay. No. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Okay. So that's, you know, that's what happens when you have a really good pickaxe. You break things and they fall. And that's okay. Alright. Throw that over there. And then drop a bunch of these. Okay, again. What? LaCroix. Ew, yeah, that's that looks like an exact anti what's it called? Anti-Perrier, yeah. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Look at that. We're making it green. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I think I'm accidentally double clicking it. So that's what's causing it. There we go. See, this is now just relaxing. Now we're just having a good time. Having a good time, having a good time. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer Perrier or LaCroix?
Have you seen the price of one
Yeah.
another? Yeah, I prefer LaCroix.
Yeah. The price definitely dictates the enjoyment.
Money was an issue. I would be drinking Perrier from glass bottles. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always prefer San Pellegrino. I love San Pellegrino. And I know it's not a bubbly. It's not yeah, but it's not a sparkling water. Because it's got orange, it's got juice in it.
Okay.
It's those little cans that have the foil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there is San Pellegrino
Water. Yeah, there is. No, yeah. I'm talking specifically about the cans with the foil on them. Love those. Because they're just so tasty. So tasty. Oh my goodness. We're running through this bone. I might have to get some more bones for this. I don't think we're gonna have enough bones. I need a bone farm like nobody's business. I was not talking about this. I was thinking about it in my head when I was prepping for the live stream. I told no one. Take over the world. No, solve. What is it? What's the Grinch line? Solve world hunger. Tell no one. Oh yeah, that's a good quote. I'm gonna throw up, and then I'm gonna. He said, I think of I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna throw up, and then I'm gonna die. Go, Max. My favorite is my favorite Grinch quote is probably the. He's like, no, I'm absolutely. Oh, can I? Will it grow? It will grow. Haha! It grows on the corners. That's my favorite Grinch quote. No, the
I don't remember that one. It grows in the corners.
What is it? 6 o'clock, low. Stare into the abyss, slowly losing my mind. Dinner with myself. I can't cancel that again. I'm booked. That's it. I'm not going. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. But what will I wear? It's so good. There's so many great moments in that movie. Alphabetically. What? This is Sprouts. This is technically Hell Landscape. Yeah, so like if you look here, you can't see it. This is like a fungus that grows on top of the red, because right before that you saw it was red.
Yeah, it was red.
Yeah, it was red before. And so this grows on top of it, and then these little guys also grow on top of it. And if I go over here and do this, you get a crazy tree. It's covered in vines and everything else. Oh, right. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have shown you. They're more hassle than they are. You better be sorry. No, it's okay. I just gotta get my hoe. Gotta get my hoe. I got it. Yeah, I have a hoe. I have a netherite hoe. And usually they also grow lights, so that's usually nice, but there we go. The problem is normal trees, the leaves will fall off and disappear. With those trees, they don't disappear. You have to break them for them to go away. And those leaves. And I got some more of that, so thank you, Mother. Oh. I think I just revealed too much. That was a great realization in my mind. I was like, uh-oh. No one heard that. Scratch, yeah, just scrub it out. What? Yes, yes. See, I'm turning the red into the blue. Kind of. It's only on the surface. Here, I'll show you. Did you briefly see it?
Oops. I saw that. The same as green, underneath is brown.
Yes. The same way the grass grows, this stuff also grows the same way. I need a bone farm like nobody's business. So that's what I was saying before all this happened. I would be not willing to pay money, but for whoever joined and could find me a bone farm, I would, or a skeleton spawner, specifically a skeleton spawner. Although I want to see if I can build one in the Soul Sand Valley. If you could do that, I would be your best friend forever. And I would build something for you of your choosing. That's the offer that stands on the table.
Like a subway? You subway?
Like a full subway? I could build you a subway. Did you see we built the subway last time?
Tunnel.
Yes. You want like a full subway of like different, like it just moves automatically and you just get in and like to what extent are you thinking subway?
How can I join?
How can you join? You
Join your game to do whatever you need to be your best friend forever.
to be
How can I join the game?
you have to either get it on, you can get it on computer.
Oh, I can get it on computer?
Yeah.
Okay. How?
See-
Do I buy it?
Yes. You'd have to buy it, and you'd have to specifically get the bedrock version. Well, I guess you don't have to because you can switch to the. I actually don't know. we'll discuss it here. We'll discuss it here once I've finished sowing all the seeds, or running out of the bone meal. Yeah, we got time. I don't actually think I need to replace it. I just need to spread the seed. There we go. And now I can just remove that one. Boom, boom. Ding, ding. Yeah, I'm gonna think I might need more bones. The problem is, the reason I need more bones, because this thing that I'm doing, this is technically the rest of the map. So, I don't know if I can see the edge over there or over there. The whole map has an edge, like a border around it, which encases this. Okay, I'm on my second stack already. Wow, so I need a stack per. Ooh, I need a stack per every 2 blocks. So I need 2 more stacks. Okay. The entire map is encased, and I'm trying to make a yin and yang symbol, kind of trying to play at that. So half of my quadrant will be this bluegrass, and half of it will be the red variety of it. So there's also a red version of the same grass. So this is technically the outside of the map. This village is complete. And then we're gonna have to see what it looks like on the map itself. Come on. Yeah. There's another really good part of that that time video. I keep thinking of different things from it. I'm like, oh wait, that was another thing in the clip. I have a terrible memory. They talked about how nothing is permanent, and like, you are not you from last year. Right? You have changed, you have grown, your body has gotten older, you've cut your hair, you've, I don't know, broken your leg. You've mortally wounded yourself. You've had COVID. Yeah, so you are not the same. You still understand that the other thing exists, that you are still you, but you are not the same you as before. I'm out of bone meal again. This is bone meal. From bones. Skeletons specifically, I think, are the only things that drop. Yeah, I was like, I'm about to fall off the edge, aren't I? Skeletons drop bones. You can also find bones in like chests and stuff and like that. So, bones are everywhere. But in a skeleton spawning cage dungeon, you can get them very easily. You can set everything up and they will automatically die, and you'll have all the bones you need. And you'll just have to stand there and you'll get bones. That's where I got most of these bones. At the old one I had. But I want a new one in this new map. Because I want to keep running back to the old one. I'm double tapping. I've always found that the disillusion of self, that there is no such thing as self, and we're constantly in the now, and there is no such thing as the future or the past, because they will not be the same, and only this thing exists at this moment in time. That was one of the craziest philosophies in philosophy class that I had. I was like, what? You're saying we don't actually, what? Why would you say that? But then actually the philosophy, they warned me in high school not to take philosophy. Yeah, they said don't take I went to a Christian high school where in our version of our philosophy class, where we only talk about the philosophy of the Bible, they warned us that college will try and sway us. And like, they're gonna try to. I don't think I said control, but they're gonna try everything they can to corrupt and convince you of other philosophies. And I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, I don't think they made us promise. Like, promise you won't do that. Commit today. But definitely, they were very adamant about. Well, these college professors, they're evil, and all they want to do is, destroy you and destroy your faith. And then I decided to take philosophy. And I loved it so much. I also like theology. I like the study of, higher beings and why the universe exists at all and works. It's just a really good subject I really enjoy it. I can also do so you see how I'm growing that over there?
Yeah.
I can also do it here.
No.
Yeah.
What are you throwing?
Bones.
Accelerator?
Yeah, basically it's an accelerator.
Fertilizer.
Yeah.
It's a fertilizer.
Because it's made out of bones.
So did it destroy your faith?
Did it destroy my faith philosophy?
Were they right?
Were they right? Were my professors right? Find out next week on Who's to Say? I don't think so. No, I don't. It didn't. It gave me new perspective, which was really useful. But I think what it did more, and I think that's a good thing for philosophy. It tells you what's out there. Without, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't say like, oh, it's different than. See, this is my problem. It's different than like theology in like a Christian class, because they claim that this is the only thing, right, and that everything else is wrong. That this is it. This is good. In theology and in philosophy class, though, it wasn't trying to claim anything. It was, here's what's been said. Here's the different views in the world. You can do whatever you want with them. But here's all the different things that people say. Here's different, like that was the point. It wasn't indoctrinating. It was like, you must be a materialist, and you must, understand that nothing exists in the body. Everything is all mental. Like, everything that was around us there's no soul. Everything we have is experiencing through our minds. No, it was just presenting the different things that were around. And I think that's what I really enjoyed, was that it wasn't trying to be anything. It wasn't trying to indoctrinate you. It was just showing you what's out there. And what was interesting for me was I'm not quite far enough to say I believe everything coexists, but I will believe that there are things that are being shared across religions. And that was interesting to me. Right? About having a God figure, whatever that is, of some sort of creation story that the universe was created, some sort of like savior or somebody that came about to save humanity. And same thing with like concepts too.
Unless it's Buddhism, then I don't think there is a savior. I think the savior is in Christianity. In Buddhism, you meditate and you achieve whatever higher stage. Nirvana.
Nirvana, yeah.
They're saving.
Yeah, yeah, is the that you on the path of enlightenment that you have to you must deny carnal desires, and then eventually you can achieve, through doing that you can achieve a state of nirvana. Sure, but I'm talking.
Yeah, there are common things. I hear you.
Yeah.
But philosophy is a different thing.
Philosophy is different, right? Theology is, yes. Philosophy is different than theology. Because theology is just a study of God. Theology.
Yeah, like religions.
Study of religions, yeah. And then there's theocracy. I actually found the notebook. I can't remember if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. I was talking about etymological roots and how much I love it. I found my notebook with all my other etymological roots and everything. I was like, yes, I've got it. So I might be whipping that out at some point and be like, can you guess what this word means? The only example I always give is circa, because that's the one that stood out to me. It's like circa, like circumnavigate or circum. Circa 2020, 80, around. Da, da, da. You know, it's not AD anymore.
What is it?
It's CE,
What does that stand for?
current era. And then it's BCE, before current era.
Oh, they changed the BCE,
BCE and CE, yeah. Was it always like that? Yeah. In English now it's changed to CE and BCE. Ooh, speaking of time, right? Measurements of time. There's, I can't remember. He was a super famous. He was like world record math. He was the world record holder for the most numbers added together in his head, and the quickest. No, it was the most. It was the most random numbers added together in the head without the use of a calculator. Like they would give him a random like integer, and yeah, a random integer. So it had to be a whole number. No. This was like, I think it was. I think it was like 6 or 7. So it was 6 or 7 integers long, and it would be a random one. And he was able to, like, he has the world record for the fastest amount of like iterations of adding it to itself. Like he can beat a calculator. That's how quick he is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like so when you like it says you just need to click plus and then enter. He can calculate the result quicker than a calculator can in a minute. And he'll say them out loud as he's doing it. Yeah, and I can't remember if he says them all the time or if he, like, he can only get, like, I think he does it in his head, and then he will give you the end result, and then you can, he was insane. He was really cool, and he talked, what? I mean, yeah. Like he talked about how much brain power he uses, right, and how it's, you know, we've been taught math incorrectly. So, because he's like, you don't need these processes of, you know, drawing the line mentally and adding the number and then carrying the 10. He goes, I don't do that. Like I'm not doing that. I'm thinking about how many times it folds into itself or something. I can't remember what he said. Something like that. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna have enough. Need a little more bones. But he proposed a calendar that only had 10 months, and all the months had equal amount of days.
365 does not divide 10 of equal days.
Oh, well, I don't know.
It will be 36 and a half days in the month.
I don't know. I don't remember. I think he specifically had 10 months. I remember that. And he was like, he was off. Yeah, I can't remember what the calendar. But I was like, well, 10 months would be interesting. That's an interesting idea. And then it was specifically more for like quarters and everything else that you know. Like for business, it'd be a lot easier because
10 does not
divide by 4. Yeah. Well, I don't remember. This was a long time ago. Who cares? It's not important.
It was a good idea.
It was a good idea. It was a good way to denote time. Whatever the idea was, it was brilliant.
Brilliant.
And I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
Get more of this stuff. I'm gonna run out. But then that'll be it. I have a whole bunch stashed with me. Not with me, but I wonder if I have any upstairs here. I don't think so, but maybe. What time is it? I don't know. What time is it? I know, but I wanted to make up for the lost time since I left and came back. It's not gonna be that long. I just need I just need a little more. Okay. Let me check here first. Do I have any up here? I do not. I have snow. I have tools. That's not bad at all. I should sell those. What am I doing? I should sell those. Okay. I have wings. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to set up more of a shop to sell things. Okay, well, we'll get to it. Let me go grab the other stuff. Okay. Boom, boom. Foldable box. Okay. And we just need a little bit more, and then we can admire our work. And then we'll have to plan for what we're gonna do next week. Who knows? It'll be a mystery. I want to build a wall, so I think we'll build the wall next week. So I'll get that prepared. We can work on the portal over here. We can also... We'll build a building to house the traders. Not the traitors, the traders. I think that'll be a good plan. I was not expecting it to pop that out. I was really ready for it to be something way worse. Like fight the wither. I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that. But it didn't. It popped out the one that actually needs to get done. Yes, see, I have a whole stash. It says bones. Bones. Boom. Bones. I grabbed them. I grabbed a stack of 64. Yeah, should be. I just need to get this done. Whoa! So quick. There we go. Open chat. Why would I need to open chat? Okay, there's that, which means this goes down here. Everyone's sleeping, which means it's nighttime. Only one more square. 1.5. I was like, 1.5. And then it will be good. And then we'll make a plan for the next time. We'll only spend 3 episodes max on it. The what? That's when you're coming back?
That is a question I'm asking.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know when I'm coming back. We'll have to play it by ear. We'll see. We'll see what happens on January 20th.
What happens in January?
There's a new president of the United States. Maybe. Hopefully.
School started on Monday?
Yep. Yep, I would go back to university on Monday. Which is like tomorrow. I'm terrified. Not that terrified, but a little terrified. I have no audiobook to read. To listen. I argue that you, by listening, you are reading the audiobook.
Okay, what do you want?
What do I want?
Yeah,
Um,
can find it while you're here.
I don't necessarily want anything like adventure-y.
Well, give me the name.
I don't know.
You want the like Twilight series?
No, I do not want the Twilight series.
It's awesome. The book is awesome.
The book is fantastic, I hear.
Fantastic.
Isn't there a new one? The Midnight Sun or something?
Is it? Is
Yeah.
there?
Yeah?
No way.
Yeah. Did you not know about that?
Did not know about that.
I don't know. Isn't there something? Can you search by narrator? Oh, there was a great book by Hugh Laurie. Oh, not Hugh Laurie. Stephen Fry. Yeah. I was really interested in reading that.
He spelled his H.
Stephen PH. Fry is like the Happy Meal. I guess that's not.
The Greek myths.
Yes.
Audio.
Yes. Who reads it?
Hold on. Not on computer. There's only 3. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Mythos. And Hitchhiker's Guide to Never mind, there's only one called Mythos.
Mythos.
2019. Unabridged.
Unabridged. That means it's really long. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I'd love to read that. It's supposed to be a really good book. Mythos. Ha ha ha! We're done! We're done! Da, 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 da. Ah, look at that. Look at that.
So pretty.
I actually really like these two greens next to each other. I think they look better from higher up. And what we'll do is we'll update the map. So here's the map. Here's what it looked like before. Right?
Yeah, you broke it. Broke it.
And here's what it looks like now. No, it does not look bad at all. And you can see that there's this, this grass is a different color than this grass. Because it's over the ocean. Is that actually the case? Is this grass slightly greener than the other grass? Oh, that's kind of cool. A little bit, maybe. Alrighty, that's it. That's what we did. We've done it. Hooray! We've done the outline. Next, we'll put some, probably put some walls up for the rest of the village. Maybe make it interesting. Yeah, we're gonna keep working on this then for the next couple of weeks. We've got clearly we've finished the tunnel. We showed off the tunnel in the beginning there, and now we've switched to the village in the sky, which will need a name. So be thinking of a name to put on this village, so that we can kind of add that. So yep, we'll be coming back here. We'll be doing more of stuff here. Keep an eye on the channel as always. It is coming. I promise. The video is coming. There'll be more stuff coming to you as well. Hopefully this week, but maybe soon. I say that every week, so it will be coming soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. We will be doing another live stream on Sunday, so without further ado, I'll catch you on the flip side. I'll see you when I see you. Take care, brothers and sisters.